some lovely stories inside as well. I tell you what, this caught my eye.
Go on.
The Ford Fiesta is coming to the end of its time on the road.
No.
Well, not quite. They're going to stop producing them, I think, on the production line. The 70s are collector's items, aren't they? 47 years they've been made. A classic. They've changed, haven't they? But they will be there for a few days yet to come, brand new.
I love this. This is in the Times this morning. Did you know, if you think about, like, rock and roll stars, drummers, they're sometimes the most outrageous person in the band. Actually, did you know that drumming is brilliant for your health? I suppose it's like the kind of like rock and roll lifestyle that isn't so great. But apparently they've done a study, and they've been studying drumming for 15 years. And actually, it is really good for brain health, particularly good for children. They're looking very closely at the effects of drumming for children who've been diagnosed with autism. So daily drumming is very, very good. There's less hyperactivity, less disruptive behaviour, less distress behaviour within classrooms.
Talk about improved fitness and coordination and connections.
And actual structural changes within the brain.
I'm thinking about our friend Owain. He's a healthy chap, isn't he? He's good, positive attitude. Yeah, I'm sure he would agree with that. He was always singing and banging the drum for drumming. It's 6:15.
Now, plans for mass closures of ticket offices across England are expected to be revealed later today.
Some will remain in larger stations, but elsewhere staff will be on concourses instead, selling tickets to offer travel advice and help people with accessible French society.
In Marseille, where there were violent clashes over the weekend, people living in one of the city's most deprived neighbourhoods say they feel abandoned by politicians. Our correspondent Jenny Hill sent this report. Very well, Donkey. We've had giant seagulls. Wonder what's next.
It's July, everybody. 23 minutes past 6. Of course, today we've been telling...
And this morning, we are asking you a very special question.
Up to 6:30, it's time to check in with our teams all over the UK to get the news, the travel and weather where you are. We'll see you in just a moment. And it's a really big day for the King, King Charles. He's going to be presented with the Honours of Scotland, the nation's crown jewels, at a special ceremony of thanksgiving in Edinburgh.
There will be a royal procession and a people's procession along the Royal Mile before a service at St Giles Cathedral. Well, Graham Satchell is there for us this morning, catching up from the gap of the summer holidays, because children don't maybe read and even write as much as they should be doing. So tell us about the books and the activities you can do that are linked to them.
Yes.
Incredible stories from both of them. We've been asking you for your NHS stories. But this first one we've got for you now is from Anne. The message says this: she's had lots of dark days in the beginning, but was introduced to a wonderful breast cancer specialist nurse. Strummer says her cancer journey would have been made much more difficult without the whole of the NHS supporting her. So thank you, everybody who has emailed and texted us, because we've had so many of those messages today as we mark the 75th anniversary of the NHS.
I'll bring you some more of your messages a little bit later in the programme. But now, just after 20 to 8, Wednesday morning, John is at Wimbledon. Yesterday was a thrill.
What's it like working in the NHS at the moment? Because I know there are struggles that many staff are facing.
And still to come here this...
And to mark the 75th anniversary of the Health Service today...
Let's check in with our teams around the UK to get the news, the travel and weather where you are. We'll see. Now, sexual harassment and sexual violence are a scourge in schools, with many girls and women feeling powerless. That is according to a cross-party group of MPs today.
Yes, a new report from the Women and Equalities Committee has been looking at attitudes towards females in education. Well, the committee's chair is Caroline...
We're developing further guidance right now for schools to support educators in teaching about this issue and engage boys and young men about misogyny and sexual violence.
It is 5 to 7. You're watching Breakfast, still to come on the programme this morning. Nugent.
Good morning. Here are your 7 o'clock headlines. And happy... there's a point to it.
There's a total point to it.
Yeah.
You get kind of cravings.
And they don't forget what they've eaten.
Maybe they don't. It is, of course, the third day of Wimbledon. And if you were watching us yesterday, or you went online at any point yesterday, you might have seen one particular incident that went viral.
Yeah. Carol...
Let's go